We begin with the December crop and supply demand reports from D.C. released at midday on Wednesday. There were some surprises for the corn and soybean sectors in those new numbers. Extension Ag economist Brian Williams talked about them during this analysis on Thursday. Brian, corn ending stocks were generally expected to be increased. What did we actually get in the numbers?
Right, they were expected to be increased by about 15 million bushels. That was what the market was expecting. We ended up 25 million bushels lower than that. They were actually decreased by about 10 million bushels.
Okay. Now what about the production forecast for corn?
Well, they kept the production the same. Usually the December report, we don't see a lot of movement in those production numbers, but maybe we can look forward in January. We might see some movement then.
Did ethanol from corn, did that generate any headlines out of this report?
They didn't move any of the ethanol numbers. They kept those numbers the same. It was still a little bit surprising though, looking at some other reports. Last week we saw a record ethanol production take place, and so there was possibly some expectations to see a bump in it, but it didn't actually come through.
Well, how is the market likely to trade near term as a result of this report?
Well, overall it's a bullish report. With the ending stocks being lower than what was expected, it should provide a little bit of a boost to the market going forward.
So I understand, moving to soybeans, that those ending stocks are also dropped from a month ago?
They were. Soybean ending stocks were down about 40 million bushels.
And how is the market reacting to that so far?
Initially, the market reacted negatively to that. That wasn't really expected. The report overall can be considered more of a bullish report with the lower stocks. But as of yesterday, the prices were actually down a little bit.
And bean production itself increased or decreased?
They kept bean production the same as well. Kind of with corn. The December report, they don't usually move those numbers too much. They wait till January to make those adjustments.
And soybean exports, how did that fare?
Well, that's actually where all of the movement in the ending stocks came from. They boosted our exports by 40 million bushels.
And as far as price picture on beans in coming days, what might that happen?
Well, as I mentioned, the report was kind of a bullish report, so hopefully we should see the market move up a little bit in the coming days because of the boost in exports.